Well, let's go outside. So I'm going to let her out, and then I am going to grab the drill and the battery over here. I told you guys I would do a video on it overall, and then I would do a live so you guys could ask questions about the kit. Trying to do everything one-handed. We just got all kinds of stuff in here. I did the one recorded video. What's up, man? Yeah, I feel much better. Stomach's still a little bit sore. I'm able to move around, but it still tugs on me every once in a while. Lets me know that, hey, relax, chill out, you know. But this was the kit I was using this morning that I actually did the video on. But a couple people asked me to demonstrate live. So right now we did a bunch of shopping and got groceries sitting all over the counter and stuff like that. And they're trying to get ready for the trunk or treat stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay home. I'm not going to go run around and do all the crazy stuff everybody else is doing. My tummy kind of hurts a little bit. So I came out here and I treated and shot this a few times already with that enzyme stuff from Tornado. And a couple of people wanted to see it live, so I said, why not? Just show it real quick. Check in with you all. I said I was going to be on last night, but man, my stomach was tore up last night from the soreness from the surgery. I didn't want to be on here last night. I'm doing all right. Just a little tight, little sore in the midsection, but able to stand up, able to walk around, no problem. Able to, like, you know, do like little things, lift light things, and that's pretty much it. See if this don't go spinning out of. I'm gonna have to get this wetter. I'm gonna dump that crap on here. I'm just gonna dump it on. There's leaves falling all over the place, trying to get sand out of the backyard. They're out here digging up the sandbox because we want to get rid of it. It's that time of year where everything just covered in tree debris and looks dirty. All the plants are dead. They got a lot of them have to be thinned out and pulled up. I might have to probably stand on one corner here while I'm doing it. I don't have her recording earlier. I mean, this thing just cleans a mess out of this stuff. So you know what I want to do? I want to get a little bit more water in this. I will really soak that so I can get it to. I want to really soak it so I can suds it up real good. Yeah, this is my girlfriend's house. Her folks live here. So a lot of people have made comments about, you know, stuff sitting out and everything else. Y'all, this ain't my house. I don't have no say-so on what goes on in this house. I'm only here on the weekends typically, and that's it. So I don't control anything. I don't have a say-so on what goes on here. So when y'all see dishes sitting on the counter or any of that, I can't control all that. It has nothing to do with me. Somebody said something this morning about it. Man, y'all got a lot of stuff sitting all over the place. Yeah, because they put school books on the table. They put Halloween stuff up. Then they got their work stuff and everything. I'm like, man, I cannot control any of that. It's not my place. I love the smell of this enzyme stuff. Check that out. What's up, man? There's one spot right there. Come out pretty clean. I'm gonna wash it down. This may be a little bit of an unconventional way to do stuff in your household, but here we wash all kind of stuff in the kitchen sink. Somebody earlier said, "Oh, you're washing that in the kitchen sink." I said, "You damn right I am. If I wash a baby's ass in the kitchen sink, I'll definitely wash my floor mats in the kitchen sink." Different strokes for different folks, man. Wash mine right here. Yeah, well, when it's as cold as it is outside, you ain't using the garden hose outside. You freeze your ass off. And then they're calling for 30 degrees or something like that. Nope, I'll pass. Yeah, this is why I don't get all tied up in what everybody else is saying. A lot of people believe they get all in their feelings and their personal beliefs and how they were raised, and they expect everybody else to live like them. So that's why I don't get all too twisted up about it. And then some people ain't never played with germs in their entire life, and they get sick all the time. That looks brand new. All that dirt came out of there. Everything came out of there. Alright, I ain't getting any more suds coming out of it. I'm gonna lightly scrape it off real quick. This is all the pumpkin stuff that they're doing. That pumpkin seed soaking. Today's a lot of things going on. Grocery shopping, done got groceries all over the place that need to be put away. Carving pumpkins in the middle of the day. Can't even get around to kind of getting. That's the one I made right there. Alright, ain't nothing dripping. I gotta pick that towel up. Like new. This sucker's clean, man. That's how it works. Yeah, this sucker is clean. I'll let it sit out here and dry. And go back in the house, girl. She's trying to stay around me because whenever the family leaves, see my eye? Yeah, when we were at breakfast yesterday, the little one, she noticed it. She was like, "What's wrong with your eye?" And I said, "Well, a blood vessel probably popped. You know, with having the surgery and everything else that just went on, so it's nothing, no biggie." Now, in case you missed it earlier, what's going on? In case you missed it earlier, I'm going to pull these pieces out and show you real quick before we get off here. I'm trying to wipe out this camera. They got a brush for your wheels. You can put it in between your wheels while you're doing it. They got the, I think it might be a single or double hook. I think it's single hook, like a 3M style quick attachment for buffing pads and stuff like that. You got multiple brushes. Give her biscuits. You want a treat? You want a treat? Huh? You want to show us you want a treat? Come on. You want a treat? Come here. Come up here. You want a treat or not? Come here. Come here. Oh, she wants a treat now. You done messed it up there, Trouble. Alright, what are we going to do here? She's got her own treat drawer down here. But I thought she had some already open, the good ones that she likes. Where in the world are they at? Ah, here they are. What are we doing? You want one of these bad, don't you? Really bad, don't you? You want one really bad, don't you? How bad? What is it? What is it? How bad? How bad do you want it? Do you want it like that bad? You want more? Did you just fart? She did. What is it? Give me a paw. Give me a shake. Nope. Shake. Good girl. Give me the other one. Shake. Give me a good girl. You want to come up here? Come on. Up. Come up on my side. Don't do it on my belly. Come on. Up. Good girl. Good girl. See how gentle she is with me? She knows not to jump on me hard or anything like that. And when I tell her, when I go like this and say, come up on my side, so she's not on my belly, she's just nice and gentle with it, real nice and easy. Oh, sorry, baby. Anyhow. The rest of the pieces that are in there, you got this like really fine Scotch-Brite type material. There's a couple of those, there's 3 of them that hook into that pad. He's been using conventional oil for 185,000 miles. Yeah, he can switch. He won't have no problems. As long as he's kept up on his maintenance and everything like that. The only reason you have the only chance that you'll have an issue with synthetic oil is if he hasn't been keeping up on his maintenance and there's a lot of buildup, and then you put a real good high quality detergent synthetic oil in there and it starts cleaning some things and it opens up a leak. But as long as he's been meticulous on his maintenance and stuff like that, there's no problem. Then there's a green one. It's kind of tough too. So I don't know where it sits in the line. I think it's just either more or less of these. And then there's a white one in here. It's super soft compared to the other ones. I mean, it'll just almost lay down flat just touching it. So there's a couple different ones in here. Then there's your typical, like your coarse Scotch-Brite. So if you wanted a Scotch-Brite something using a coarse pad, there's a couple coarse pads that are in the kit. And then here's, well, actually, this is not as coarse as this one. The red one is the most coarse. This is the middle, and then the pink one is, the pink or orange is the finest. So you get those. What's up, Bob? And then you get a couple buffing pads. If you notice, some of the buffing pads, like this, has deep pitting in it, or holes or mounds in it, and this one has shallow. This one's softer, and this one's a little bit more aggressive. So you could start with this and start your buffing, and then finish with and then you could go to the blue for your second stage, which is a little bit shallower, and then you could go to the pink, which is the shallowest, and get more of a smooth type finish. I think that's how it goes anyway. It could be the opposite way, but I know they're supposed to be stepped in stages like that. Then you get some smaller. Here's a white, softer one, longer, hairs on it, brushes on it. And then here's a more firm, stiff one that comes in the kit as well. And these can get down in cup holders and stuff like that. And then here's the most coarse Scotch-Brite of the group. It's the green one. It's really coarse. You could stick these on a drill and clean your pots and pans with it. Am I telling you to do that? No, I'm not. Yeah, right. Headlight housings. If you're trying to like bring back any kind of plastic that's dull, I've seen a lot of guys. They learn tricks with buffing compounds and just Scotch-Brite in general. And using the right Scotch-Brite technique, almost buff it right back to its original condition. I'm fairly new when it comes to the detailing stuff, so I really want to play around with it, because some of the stuff I see these guys doing, it amazes me how clean they get some of these customers' vehicles, where people are like, you got to put new seats in it, you got to put new carpet in it, but you take it to a guy that's like a professional detailer, and he'll make that car like brand new without throwing, thousands of dollars worth of new interior parts and stuff in it. They know what to do to get it brought back to life and clean it right. So I'm trying to learn from a lot of them. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just putting this stuff away right now. Now, there is a little bit of an issue that we have that I'm not sure if you guys are aware of, and it's not really interesting to me to talk about it so much, but those of you that are here often probably know who I'm talking about. There's a guy on YouTube that uses my channel for information, and he often slanders my name and talks bad about me. And he thinks it's funny by saying derogatory things about me, calling me names and stuff like that, and using my videos and my information to actually draw followers in. He's said in several of his videos that he doesn't care if people think it's right or wrong. It's his channel, so if he wants to talk about me and he wants to put out information about me, he's going to do it, because he feels like if it's gaining him following, then why does he care? He's going to do it anyway. And the guy is very uneducated. You can tell he's just not all there upstairs. His followers, they love drama, and they love him attacking people. He's been blocked from like D-Boss Garage. He's been blocked from Scotty Kilmer's page. He's been blocked from so many different channels because of how he is. And now he was here on the page about 6 months ago, and he was super supportive until I made a video that he didn't agree with. And because he didn't agree with a very simple thing that I was talking about in the video that is a fact, there's actually a class action lawsuit that they were trying to put into effect against the manufacturers for the specific problem that I was talking about. So with it going all the way to a class action lawsuit and all of the technicians already on the internet, is it mostly for interior work? No, you can use it for whatever you need it for. You can use it for the rims. You can use it for the exterior, the lights. You can use it for polishing things. It's used for everything. I actually have a video that's a shorter video than obviously this live stream that you can actually leave right now and go watch if you want to, so you don't have to watch all this. This guy, he made a most recent video talking bad about me again, and he's been dropping things in his videos like, I wonder if that boy likes people parking F-150s in his ass and stuff like that or whatever. So he's a very, very, very dirty person. And his followers love that about him. His followers love the fact that that he does that to people. His followers are entertained by him attacking people. And that's really his whole persona. And the sad part about it is when he first started mentioning my name, he would get a couple thousand views of video by attacking me. But when he would talk about something that he was interested in or something that he came up with on his own, he would only get like 100 views, 70 views, 150 views. So the guy learned to start attacking and using people and slandering people because that's how he gains following. And he's one of those people that like to use race in his videos. He's one of those people that like to talk bad about his own family members, his own friends, his coworkers and stuff, people at work that he gets in trouble with that report him for things. And this is a grown man. I mean, this is a man probably in his late 40s, early 50s, and he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's okay to do this kind of stuff. And you're going to run across people that say bad things about me. And you have to look through the BS. The guy is he's very uneducated. Very, very uneducated. And he has a lot of backyard type, backwood type, just, he doesn't really know how to put a proper sentence together. That's how bad it is. That's every one of his videos. It's not, I went out to the car and I started it up. He went out to the car and crunk it up. That's the type of education and talk this guy has. There's nothing that comes out of his mouth that's proper at all. He doesn't know proper names for things. He doesn't know what to call things in the automotive community. And he's gaining a little bit of a following slowly by mentioning my name and attacking me. So as the channel grows, he's using it to his advantage. And there's really nothing I can do about it. And I'm okay with that because it's kind of good PR and bad PR, right? So when his followers want to figure out who this Ford boss guy is, they come here and they see me talking honest with you guys, working at the dealership, working at my shop, working on vehicles every single day, buying and reviewing things. That's what I do. I show you guys the ins and outs of what I deal with, and I try to explain it to the best of my ability. This guy doesn't do any of that. He doesn't even offer that. He puts out videos based on white cops are either 0% or 100% effort when they arrest people. So they're either all in schizophrenic type attacking or they're not at all. And that's the type of stuff this guy likes to talk about on his channel. There's nothing educational that comes from him. And one of his most recent rants was about the video I made on fuel washing oil off of the cylinders. And if you listen to what he's saying, he basically says everything that I said is right, but his rant is about me saying fuel washing cylinder walls. And in his uneducated mind, the fact that he can't grasp terminology and the things that I'm saying and I talk about, it confuses him, and it makes him, it makes his mind scramble a little bit, and it's hard for him to understand simple terminology, simple explanation. And he made a video with the first 10 minutes of the video being about stuff completely irrelevant to the video. And then he said something about he didn't like how I explained the fuel washing oil off of the cylinder walls at idle. Yeah, I don't. Anyway, I don't understand what the guy's real problem is, other than the fact that he has openly admitted that he's going to continue to use my name to grow his social media base, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. And he says that's pretty much it. So, outside of that, I don't really have any problems on the internet. And the bigger I grow, the more people are going to want to jump on my coattail and use my name to grow as well. It's sad because this guy is the same guy that put out videos talking about how I'm probably his name is F165 is what he is. It's just F165 is his name. He's an uneducated black male that knows nothing about the automotive industry, and he's a race baiting person that likes to attack genders. He likes to attack color, and that's the type of person he is. That's what he does. And I don't do that stuff here. I don't talk about any of that stuff here. And he is in that mindset where he needs to tell people about all the social stuff going on in the world from his eyes, as well as talk about automotive, as well as attack people. He's a clown, and that's all he's ever been. He's been on the internet 10 years, and he's only gained 12,000 followers. And the last 600 subscribers of his channel plus have probably been gained off him attacking me. And that's what he does. So I just wanted you guys to know that is out there. The guy has been making at least a video every couple weeks about me. And it's sad because there's literally nothing I can do about it. I can head it up, and I could do one video talking about the entire situation, where it came from, and where it has gone, and then I could get out of the conversation, but explain to people exactly why he is doing what he's doing. I don't know if that's gonna actually help me or not. It may be a waste of time, and it may help him more than what he needs. He doesn't need any help. The guy, and a lot of his followers, because I've blocked them from the channel because of how rude and nasty they are, a lot of his followers, they'll tag along with him. If you look up a F165 swollen lug nut video, you'll see why he started attacking me. He started attacking me because he didn't agree that the design of the two-piece lug nut is a disaster. His name is F165. Somebody just asked that not too long ago, Charles. Yeah, I got a whole bucket of candy right here on the counter. But he used to pop up on the channel all the time, and he'd leave messages. Yeah, Bob knows who the guy is. The guy is always trashing me all the time, just because that's the only way he can actually gain followers, is by using my name. And he had a problem with me explaining why the Ford two-piece lug nuts are junk. There was a class action lawsuit out. TFL covered it. Car and Driver covered it. All the automotive technicians, when he made the video talking crap about me, kind of came to the forefront and said, I don't know who you are, guy, but you obviously are very, very uneducated, because every one of us that have been in the field that do this every single day know that all these manufacturers that use these two-piece lug nuts are complete trash. They should be recalled. It should be a one-piece solid lug nut put on the vehicle, so if the customer ever gets in a situation where they have to change their tire, it's an emergency, they should be able to do that without having to pound sockets and kill themselves trying to get the lug nuts off. And he had a difference of opinion that wasn't the reason why they're swelling, and because somebody screwed up his lug nuts in the past, it must be all technicians screwing up lug nuts and not so much the design. Then he was using the wrong socket on his truck. He's the same guy that was talking about racing Mustangs and stuff on the highway at 100 miles an hour and then slamming on the brakes and then complaining about the rotors being warped. I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. That's just the kind of guy he is. Very uneducated. That's just the type of person he is. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do a video kind of explaining what happened and then where we're at now, and how he came into play, or should I just leave it alone and let him keep running his mouth? He's going to see this video, and he's blocked from the channel, so he can't say anything on the channel anyway. But he'll go back to his channel and he'll talk about the video. And I hope he does. I hope he understands that I would love for people to know how bad of a person he is when it comes to his personality and lack of education. I already explained what happened, Jonathan, several times, brother. I just don't want to keep repeating it. It's somebody on the internet that just doesn't like me, and they only get a following by mentioning my name. And the guy's been attacking me like once every week or once every 2 weeks, and that's just how he grows his following. I don't know if I'm going to go to SEMA. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. This guy's not going to go away, Rich. He won't. Okay, so people probably just come in. F165 is the guy's name. He's just an uneducated troll on the internet. He's been on the internet 10 years, and he's never made a name for himself. He's really, he's not done anything on YouTube in 10 years to be positive in anybody's life. Yeah, so you know the guy every week or every couple weeks. One of his last videos, he said, you know, okay, I lost the internet battle. He won, and then people in his comment section was saying, well, I never thought you would back down to him because you're not the kind of guy, no matter what, to back down even if you're wrong. And that's the kind of person he is. He's a very dramatic channel. It's a very heavy. Sad feeling listening to him talk about things on his channel. It's just always negative. And you know, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the bubblegum shrimp guy from Forrest Gump. That's who he reminds me of. Just the way he talks and explains things. It's like he's a character. I tell you what. I can see why he could be entertaining and why people want to listen to him. You know, make fun of people and attack people, but you know he's just a clown. That's what he is. Yeah, Fred. That's what I tried to tell this guy, and this guy decided that he wanted to take it out on me because I think it was like one of the car care centers or something messed up his lug nuts, and he was like, all technicians must be the reason why they're messed up. Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of, Bubba from Forrest Gump. I mean, I better crunk up the car. The car don't go. The car don't go fast no more. I hit the brake and the car don't slow no more. But I call it a cold start, and I know no open loop, closed loop stuff. I don't know what he talking about when he talk about that cold loop, whole open loop stuff. I call it hot and cold. That's it. And there's a shrimping boat. That's kind of what he does. And then he just attacks. Please answer. Okay, what are we doing? 96 views. Don't be so worried. Yeah, I know the guy's a clown. Yeah, I mean that's how he talks though, man. That's literally how he talked. When he was talking about me talking about open loop, closed loop, he said, man, I don't know about the open loop, closed loop stuff. I call it cold. When it's cold, you get more fuel, and when it's hot, you get less fuel. And the open loop, closed loop, you know, I don't call it all that. And I was like, huh? What the hell is wrong with this guy? And then instead of talking trash about me, he'll leave comments. Instead of saying the words, he'll leave it in letters.
Man, I didn't know that boy was thick, man. That's a thick boy. And then on the bottom of the screen, he'll say something like, I wonder if he like F-150 parked in his garage. You know, the 150 go in the garage. I wonder if he like that. Thick boy, man. Thick boy. You should hear some of the stuff this guy says. I mean, it's unreal. No push, brother, but can you answer my okay? I don't see where you asked another question, bro. I'm scrolling back. It kind of blew my mind when I told the customer we need to replace the first and see what happens, and then maybe send it to Ford and it fix the problem. Why? What? You're still reading. Have a crazy question for you. Why would a 2019 Ford F-150 shut down the electronic steering because of an erratic speed sensor? Um, I don't know. I don't know why it would. Maybe because it detects. It could have backfed the circuit and caused some kind of electrical fault. I mean, I don't. You got to think the EPAS systems, they're not bulletproof, man. They have problems. You got to do a video of stand. I mean, you should hear. I don't know. I can't answer that about the EPAS system. Uh, 2008 to 2011 Ford Focuses. The Focuses before 2013 all seem to be 2012, 2013 all seem to be in some way, shape, or form pretty good. A lot of them rotted out easier than others. A lot of them, some of them leaked valve around the valve covers more than others. Um, you too, Chad. I appreciate you. But other than that, before 2012, 2013, the Ford Focuses were great. I never had a problem with them. I see people get, 150, 200,000 miles easy plus on them. No problem. It just, I never had an issue with them. I'm just going to be straight with you. Other technicians I've heard say they don't like them, but I've never had an issue with them. Yeah, you ain't going to have no problem with that Skylight. Just keep up on the maintenance. Uh, what did this guy say? This guy was talking about. He refers to him. He refers to himself in the third person. He says stuff like, a lot of you guys say, well, Black. He calls himself Black. Well, Black, that guy is a certified technician. That guy, he does it professionally for a dealership. You just a stupid truck driver. What do you know about mechanicing? He does it for a profession. Well, about 70,000 years ago, when I rebuilt a transmission in an old Chevy truck, I put it together wrong with the wrong plate inside, and it didn't want to go nowhere. The crunked it didn't go to the go, and the go didn't go in the forward. So they sold me the wrong 4-cylinder part to go in where the 8-cylinder part go. And now that thing don't go no more. Now I need to rebuild it again. It's, still driving today. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck did he just say, man? What in the hell did he just say? So somebody else is the reason why you rebuilt the transmission wrong 15 years ago. Okay, buddy. Yeah. It's worth getting attacked by a guy like that, I tell you what, because they make themselves look super stupid. Super stupid. And then the problems this man has at work with his coworkers and getting reported and getting in trouble and stuff like that. If somebody's always doing something wrong to you in your life, I mean, he talked shit about his own friend. He said, my friend called me up and said he bought a new Dodge Charger. And when he showed up in the Charger had 38 miles on it. And he said, I thought you said it was new. And he said, yeah, it's new. I just bought it. Well, you got 38 miles on it. That ain't new. That's used. And I looked at him and told him, damn it, if I get a car from the dealership, I gotta have one with less than 5 miles on it, because 5 miles or less is new. But 38 miles is not new. Oh my God. He said, my friend was so stupid, he bought that car brand new with 38 miles on it. Should have 5 miles or less. That's new. He paid too much for that car with 38 miles. And I thought, what the hell is wrong with this? This is the kind of people we're dealing with, giving advice on the internet. This is the kind of stuff. I mean, can you believe somebody actually thinks that you would go to a dealership and not have somebody test driving the vehicle? What if they had a limited edition, like a limited edition Boss Mustang that you wanted to go drive, and it's the only one that they had, and everybody was going to the dealership to drive that car to see if they like it, to buy it, and you show up and the vehicle's got 40 miles on it? Are you going to tell me that vehicle's not brand new? You expect a used price because people have been test driving that vehicle? Oh my God, man. This is the kind of quality that people are getting on the internet. No, it's not mainly for the carpet, Ryan. You can use it outside for buffing. You can use it for lights, headlight restoration. You can use it in your bathroom. You can use the brush on your rims. I mean, it literally has all kinds of pieces in it, all over inside this bag that can be used for everything. It's got quick attach Velcros in it. I just have a regular drill. That's all I got for it. I don't have a Orbit. Just a regular drill. It's a quick connect snap on it, goes onto it. F-165, yeah. It's him. When he was talking about his friend saying the car was brand new and it had 38 miles on it or something, and that ain't brand new. No, it's already healing pretty good, to be honest with you. If you smell Freon coming out of the vents, then you're gonna have to end up pulling that dash to get the evaporator out and replace it. And it's not an easy job. I mean, if you're not comfortable doing jobs where there's multiple pieces involved, then you got to be very careful not to break things. I would take it to somebody and just let them do it. Yeah, go listen to F-165's gay ass stories for exactly, Aaron. I mean, the guy has some stupid stories. I mean, he'll put up videos and stuff where he's driving, and he'll say, the title of his video is "This is why you need a horn," and then you watch him driving, and you're like, what was the purpose of the video? I don't even see what the damn purpose was. How do people even watch that? Yeah, but if you do that skylight, you'll have to run it through the dealership, because I can't give you a liability to do it through me. And with the amount of work that I'm going to have backed up when I get back, it'll have to go through the dealer. So if that's something you want to do through the dealer, I would be more than happy to do it for you, no problem. I don't have a problem with that at all. Yeah, you can. It didn't hurt very bad at all. The very next day I was up enough. It was really, really, really tight. So it's hard for you to get up and move. I mean, as soon as you listen to the guy talk, you're going to make fun of him. The people that like him, the people that like hearing him talk, are the same type and breed of people he is. So let's just leave it at that. They're scummy, scuzzy, and they're not educated. To like and follow somebody like him for his personality and how he talks about people, you would have to be a serious, disgusting person. Yeah. You know, it's so basically, it was about an hour and a half. The surgery was over. I woke up from anesthesia. That night, most of the anesthesia pretty much wore off. They did a lot of injections to numb the area more than putting me under heavy sedation. So they numbed a lot of the abdominal wall. I think the women are people at his work and stuff like that, that he cons into letting into his videos and stuff. Um, you know, he's the type of guy that'll just pull out his phone and start recording, even if you don't want him to record or feel comfortable, he'll do it anyway. So I feel that probably some people don't have much choice. They just have at it. Yeah, I think there are people at his work or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch his videos like that. I find out about his videos when people say, "Oh, he just put out another video attacking you again," and then I'll go watch it, and I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me no more because when I watch it, I think to myself, in society, your number one goal should be never, ever allow anybody in your life that you have an impact on to be like that guy, ever in your life. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't test and tune him before he was released to the public. That was just one of those one off the shelves that never got tested, and society just has to deal with it. Um, so the surgery didn't hurt that bad. You're tight, you're sore. About 3 days later, you're up, kind of walking around pretty good. I'm into my fourth day now. Most of the pain and stuff has went away, but it's kind of the lower part of my belly is kind of tight. But other than that, no real issues. A little bit of problems going to the bathroom because when you try to, if you're not preparing yourself going in and you're not eating lighter foods and soups, cabbages, kind of greasy, oily food that's going to slide out real good, you're going to set yourself up for failure when you take it because that first time you go to use the bathroom is going to hurt if you can even go. It took me almost 2 days to go to the bathroom, and then finally I was able to go. And that's with taking laxatives and stuff. It still wasn't helping. And then I was able to go yesterday and then again today, but it hurts when you go to the bathroom. So you got to be careful. It's I apologize for bringing up such a TMI scenario, but it is a problem with the surgery. Yeah, they left the bucket with me while they went to do their trunk or treat, and I'm gonna hand out the candy whenever the kids get here. How do I program my mirrors on my 2013 F-150? They don't go left to right and up and down. You should be able to plug them in and they should just work. I mean, I'm not sure if they're not working. You have a fuse blown somewhere, or there's something wrong with wiring if that vehicle was built for it. If the mirrors themselves are bad, then you're going to have to put new mirrors on it. You got to give me more than just that. It sounds like you got to. Did you take mirrors that function that way and put them on a vehicle where they weren't supposed to function that way? I don't get it. You could have a bad switch. You could have bad wiring. You could have a fuse blown. I just don't know what exactly you're dealing with based on that little bit of information. I want to do more, but I also know at the same time my belly's still tight and sore to not push it. Yeah, they're using mesh, but they went to this like new, it almost looks like screen door type mesh. It's like some heavy duty stuff. That dude went in there and took pictures while he was in there and showed it to me, and I was like, ooh, that looks like that's pretty darn tough. Yeah, you'll be all right, Mark. Most of these dashes, even the first ones I ever did on the 250s and the 150s, I thought at first they were going to be a pain. I think they're like 8 to 9 hour jobs. And then after doing 2 or 3 of them, I got them down to where I can get them done in about 4.5 to 5 hours. Because I know where all the bolts are. I know how everything comes apart. What do you... New wire, what is it? What new wire? Nope, I've had no chances to work on the F-150 hybrid yet. Oh, a new wire harness? Well, if you put a new wire harness in it, then you need to make sure you got power and ground to that switch. And then if the switch is fine and you're getting power and ground to the mirror, well, then you're going to have to replace the mirror. Yep, just like Big League said, any twist, any bend, anytime you, like I put my head like this, just tilt it down a little bit and I could feel it in my abdominal wall. It's telling me, oh, careful. You just turn a little bit. You can just move your shoulder a certain way or something like that, and you'll feel it in your abdominal wall. What is my opinion on the BG products in an already super clean engine? Roll with it, baby. Use it as a preventative. Do it. No, spicy foods won't really bother you. If you already like spicy food, you're fine. I went. Oh no, you talking about Bob? I thought you were talking about me. I just kind of wanted to give you all the lowdown on that guy, just in case you run across it. He's already admitted that he's going to keep attacking the channel, and that's just how it is. I just figured, I tell you guys that are here with me every day, going through this online life of mine that you see every day, and then some of you that actually know me in person, like Bob and Nate and Vitaly and some of the other guys on here, Alex and Anthony, we're all on here. A-Rod, Cody, DS. We all know how it goes on social media. You're gonna have people attacking you. You're gonna have people making claims about you and stuff like that, trying to defame you and stuff. I just wish that there was, and this might be wrong of me. This really might be wrong of me. I wish there was one time where you could set up your recording device and see somebody that likes to attack other people get their ass served to them on a dish for being stupid. That would be like a dream come true. But I know that'll never happen, and that doesn't really answer anything anyway. Well, I mean, if Bloodshot, if you've been on the channel for any kind of time, you would know that I have. So a lot of people come here and they hear me talk about things, and then they start giving advice, and they're like, well, and I have to tell them, stop, wait a second, let your homeboy hit it. You got to catch up to what's going on. I have. I haven't even responded to this guy. I have not even made a single video talking about why this guy's doing what he's doing. I talk about it in a live stream sometimes, and then that's it. But I don't ever make videos to respond to him. I don't ever go to his channel and leave him messages or anything like that. I just think it's stupid. It's immature of him to do that. So what you're suggesting is what I've already done. But he continues to do it. He watches the channel, and he gets a lot of information from me. He learns from me. He's constantly educated by me. And then he'll find one thing that he doesn't agree with every other week, and he'll make a video about why I'm stupid. But he will almost not even talk about me in the video explaining why I'm stupid, or why I'm stupid. And when he does explain it, people are like, huh? The fuck did you just say? What? Yeah. Hey, Steve. It's that F-165 guy that's always attacking me like every couple weeks. He makes some kind of stupid video because he admitted that when he uses my name, he gets way more views and following. And see, what a lot of people don't understand is if you can't create enough content in 1 year to keep your view ratio up or your watched minutes up, um, if you can't keep your watch minutes up, he will lose his monetization. So he has to try to find a way to attack or grab somebody's attention by using a bigger name than him to keep that monetization level where it needs to be, because his videos don't get watched. Yeah, you can, Mark. You can get it. Forescan works just fine on even the newer vehicles. He just put out a video on Semperfi. Did he say anything bad about him? Because knowing that guy, he'll try to find something bad to say about some people, and it would surprise me if he didn't say anything bad. Like I said, guys, he watches my channel. He gets the information from me, just like PSI just said, and then he'll put out a video on it because that's the only way he can make content. He doesn't get any views. Now, I don't know, Kobe, I don't know anything about the Ford SVT. I have no idea. Yeah, Skylight, I was stuck at 150, 200 subscribers forever, but then once people started seeing all the stuff I do at the dealership and how I help people, and some of my videos started hitting the trending page, my channel just blew up. It just took off. And then people were coming to me instead of going to other people, and I started bringing business into the dealership. I started building, a strong community of people, and trying to be a part of a technician society that actually gives a shit about people. And that's the main principle that me and A-Rod operate off of, Cody and DS and the other technicians that you see online with us, is we want to do the right thing by people and not focus so much on maximizing the amount of money that we make from them, but taking care of them so they become long-time subscribers, and frequenters to the dealership and stuff like that. So we build that customer loyalty base, and that's the main thing. That's how you keep people in your life long term, and by doing the right thing. So that's what our little group of guys that you see us communicate with every Wednesday and then throughout the week, and we want to do the right thing. We want to take care of the customer. And I think that's when people started seeing that more than anything, is when they really started subscribing to the channel. Yeah, I can be brash. Yeah, I can explain things kind of hard sometimes. Yes, I am different than most people on here. Yes, I do get emotional about things. Yes, I do care about people. Yes, I can have my feelings hurt by somebody personally attacking me. I am a human being. Yes, I do have PTSD. Yes, I am sensitive when it comes to others attacking veterans. I hate that. I will always stand up for a vet. But those are my character traits. People are either here for it or they're not here for it. That's just kind of how it is. You either want to be a part of somebody's life or you don't. That's just how life works. The 5 dislikes are people from F-165's page. They can see my videos, they can rate my videos, but they can't comment on my videos. That's what they do. That's how they try to take down a channel. So that's why it's important for you guys to always give the thumbs up and always support. There's 36 of you on here right now. I should have 36 likes, and I don't have it. So that's what I'm always talking about. Is people come here, I help them, and they forget how to support me and the channel. And it's as simple as leaving a comment and liking the video sometimes. And that's what those guys do. Is they come in mob type mentality and they try to attack people. And that's how they succeed. Is they just like to, that's the kind of stuff they like to share. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that hit like on the. Yes, it's a. I try to show people that I do have feelings. I'm not stone cold. I do care about what people say and how they react to me. I don't want to have enemies. I don't want people. I don't even want F-165 to feel inferior to me or feel like he needs to attack me. I actually don't even hate the guy. I just I just don't I don't like how he lives his life and feels like it's okay to attack other people. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it must be a duck, right? If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it must be a duck. My case in point is when I can get on here and I can tell you, such as him, that I've been blocked by this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, and this person because I'm uneducated and I continue to attack those people. What does it show for yourself? It shows that you are the problem. You are literally the problem. If everybody else in the room is saying the same thing, but yet you're the one that disagrees, everybody else in the room is the ones that's educated, but yet you're not. You are the problem. Yeah, Kilmer or F-165 would never make it in a garage. Kilmer might be all right with diagnosing some of the older stuff. F-165, I don't think he'd be fast enough to pull a drain plug and change brakes and stuff like that. The guy talks slow enough as it is. I'm surprised he couldn't move any. I highly doubt he moves any faster than what he talks. So there's definitely an issue there. There would be an efficiency issue. So I couldn't have him on the clock because he'd have to be hourly to make any kind of paycheck because he couldn't work flat rate. That's for sure. And then even at hourly, I couldn't give him a decent wage, like maybe a semi-skill wage at $21, $22 an hour because he's not at the level of a semi-skill. So it'd probably have to be stuck around $13 or $14 an hour as a lube tech. But then I'd have to have somebody shadow and watch him all the time, and make sure every oil plug is tight, every drain plug is tight, all the lug nuts are tight, that he didn't put them on incorrectly and stuff, and that those things were taken care of. So I don't think he'd cut it, man. Put them between Kevin and Rob. Oh God. Oh God, Fred. I appreciate that, Skylight. I know you've been on the channel for a long, long, long time. I have a lot of couples that watch my channel together before they go to bed. They'll try to. They just like my personality. They like how quirky I am and brash I am about stuff. One guy says his wife loves laughing at me when I talk about things because of how it just comes out and there's no filter. There was a husband and wife couple a few months ago that said, we don't pop up all the time, but I just want to let you know it. You look a lot like our son that passed away, and every night before we go to bed, we'll watch 2 or 3 of your videos before we go to bed, just because you remind us of our son. And he had an attitude like you, and we were very proud of him. So I was like, well, I mean, obviously I'm doing something in somebody's life to make them feel a little bit more complete or happy, and that's okay with me. The amount of stuff. What I feel most proud of, and this is the complete God's honest truth. What I feel most proud of on this channel is when I can spend 3 hours on the phone and get a husband's wife's vehicle up and running right there in the driveway without having to take it to a dealership or a shop or anything else. I just ate 3 hours of my time. I didn't take any of his money, and I did a service to the public. That vehicle's up and running all because of a few simple mistakes that he made when he was changing out a battery. And the gentleman is subscribed to the channel. And I brag about it because when you have a willingness and a passion to help people and to do whatever it takes. Sometimes you let things take advantage of you without even knowing. And even though he didn't take advantage of me, I took advantage of myself. I could have walked away from it because it was taking so long and bailed on the situation, but instead I got myself in trouble at home, and I helped him figure out what was wrong with his vehicle and get it up and running. And his wife was super happy on the phone, in tears. I heard her in the background, and he was like, "Hey, bub, I want to wait a second. Now that we got it up and running, I don't want to let you go right now. Just sit with me for a second. I'm gonna play a trick on my wife." And he goes in the house, and he has the phone, I guess, kind of down by his side or something like that. And he says, "Well, babe, we got bad news. Come to the garage. We figured out what was wrong with your car." And as they walk into the garage, and he's got his phone down, I hear the conversation, and as she walks out of the garage, she's like, "Oh my God, it's running, and she's crying because he made a simple mistake and swapped a few fuses around in places they didn't go. And it was as simple as him sending me pictures back and forth in order for me to figure out exactly what was going on with the vehicle. And it started right up. It's been running since months now. Or when I get a gentleman that's going on vacation or something like that, and he's leaving New York, headed down to Florida with his family for a couple weeks, and they get a couple hours into their drive, and they're on the side of the highway, and I get a message from my email stating, "Can I send you some money right now? I want to." I broke down my camper, my F-150, everything, and I found your YouTube video and how detailed you were when you explained to check this fuse, check this location, check this connector. My wife was sitting in the passenger seat, leaned over on her left side with her leg up against the kick panel, and she was pushing into the plastic, and we didn't realize that she was putting so much pressure onto that plastic over in the side that she actually pushed the BCM connector off, and it caused the vehicle to die on me. And he said, I'll send you $500 right now, because I know a tow would have been $300 or $400, plus it would have been a diagnostic if they could have even found it. And your video is the only one on the internet talking about those common problems with the fuel pump fuse, the BCM connector, the fuel pump driver module, and specific grounds." And I was able to go find this in 10 minutes. Now my family and me are back on the road. I'm going to stop at the truck stop down here and get a zip tie. I'm going to tie up the connector so that doesn't happen again because of what you told me, and you just saved our vacation. Or there was a young man in Mexico. He had taken a new job, and he's a newlywed. And he said, "I start my job Monday, but I can't figure out why my truck won't start." And he said, "We just had a baby. We just got a home together. I love my wife. It's the job that's going to finally pay me good money so I can sustain my family and take care of them. But I cannot figure out what happened over the last few days. The truck will not start." And I said, "What I want you to do is I want you to go to your truck and open the fuse panel in the front of it. And I want you to look at fuse 27. Fuse 27 is this right here. It's so many over. It's a 20 amp fuse. Pull it out. Sometimes it'll look like it's fine. Sometimes it's not. Even though it looks like it's fine. Grab a 20 amp fuse from another slot, and I want you to insert it there. Make sure it's from something like something that doesn't need a fuse to run, like, maybe like an AC clutch or something like that, or whatever it may be. I want you to put that 20 amp fuse in there and then go back in the vehicle and start the truck." And he swapped the 20 amp fuse over, got in the vehicle and started the truck and ran like it was brand new. And he was crying on the phone. The man was crying on the phone because he didn't have anybody in Mexico where he lived that was able to help him. And here I am in Illinois, some guy that just passed out his phone number random to some guy to troubleshoot this truck and fired it right up. And he was able to go to work Monday. He got the upgrade relocation kit for the bigger wires and the fuse and everything the following week. Was able to install it by watching my video. And it's moments like that that make all this worth it. Yeah. I'm feeling much better, Tracy. I'm just kind of going back through the messages because I was trying to focus. Mark, I appreciate that. You did not have to do that, brother. But I do appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. But you know, you don't see guys like these other people that attack us doing stuff like that. That's what people should look at. You should look at somebody and say, how are you trying to make society better? What are you doing to make the world a better place? And if you can't see through somebody the type of impact that they're trying to make and what they do and how they care about people, if you can't see that through them, they're not trying to make a difference. You can have nothing and be in the worst place in life and see somebody going through a hard time and make their life better just by simply being a nice person. It's as simple as that. I try to answer everybody's questions, Bloodshot. I don't like leaving questions unanswered. It makes me feel bad. I'm currently back 3 to 4 months. I've been trying to get with those questions that I haven't answered yet. I've caught up about 3 to 4 months now, and I've got some questions out there and some comments that I haven't addressed or even looked at yet. And over the last couple of days, I've been trying to get back to everybody and apologizing for it and trying to at least touch base with everything. Jeff said, I like to use knowledge to help people out every chance I get. Sometimes it's frustrating, but it's always rewarding. It makes you feel good about what you do. When you go out of your way to help other people, regardless of the type of life you live or what you believe, and it's only in the sincerity of making that person's life better or making that person a better person, or maybe just giving them an extra tool for their toolbox to use somewhere down the road. It really shows something about yourself. Robert, I appreciate that. The super chat, it was not needed, but I'm going to put it to use. So I appreciate that. Red Wave, exactly why we love you and what you do. You helped me and you never even knew it. Yeah. There's a lot of people on this channel that are bedridden. There's a lot of fathers and mothers on this channel that have lost their children, that they're sick, and they don't have anybody to talk to or look up to, and they come here because they still see something in somebody else that's American. It's of value. It's of what they would want in their life. It makes them feel whole or maybe somewhat more full again. It gives them an opportunity to feel like there's something more than what is going on right then and there in their life. So, I have people that message me all the time that say, hey, I've been in the hospital for the last 2 months, for the last 4 months, for the last 6 months, and you're one of the only things that has actually kept me feeling good about life and keeps me motivated. By seeing you grow and do the things that you do, it helps me stay in my sane state of mind to continue to fight and grow with you. Dude, when people say stuff like that, how does that not make you feel good, man? You gotta feel good. You gotta, it's Second Sam, I appreciate the super chat. It wasn't, you didn't have to do that, but I will put it to use on the channel, that's for sure. You take the new FDRS survey. Notice, no, I didn't. I had surgery Thursday, so if it came out after Thursday, I wouldn't have had a chance to touch it yet. What's crazy is I was subbed to you for quite a while, and then I realized you lived only an hour from me. I can't tell you how stoked I was. Would love to have a subscriber meetup sometime. I'd love to do that. A-Rod was saying that he also wanted to get, he's in Michigan, he also wanted to get a subscriber meetup going as well, but I may have to just push past it because I've been waiting for him because they wanted me to attend that and then invite people from Michigan to come out to a one big giant meetup for Ford technicians and the supporters, or just, you know, the not necessarily Ford technicians, but the people you follow on social media. And that would have been a phenomenal situation. But I may have to just go ahead and schedule something. Hi from Los Angeles, California. I learned a ton from your channel. Thank you. Donnie, I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Bob, I don't know. It's probably F-165, you guys. I mean, or it's some kid. You know, it happens. For dog treats, Llama Llama, as always. Always donating to the channel, always being supportive. I appreciate you, as always. Yeah, the new updated hernia surgery stuff, if your insurance will cover it, is phenomenal. Yeah, the BG EPR kits are the best thing that you can put in the vehicle. They don't make a better product than the BG EPR kit, to be honest with you. They don't. There's nothing as industrial strength and as potent as that kit. There's the little kit that you can get for like 20 bucks. You'll get one can of the MOA and you'll get one can of the EPR. You probably spend about $45 for the two little cans. You might be able to find it a little bit less. I think you can get a kit for like $37.99 on Amazon. And you just need a little one, because if the motor's already clean and you're just doing it as preventative maintenance, you don't need the big giant engine restoration kit, which costs upwards of $300 plus. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. Yeah, same thing with my my girlfriend. They came home and her sister was had taken her own life, and it's been devastating on the family. So we know how it is to just lose people outside of health conditions. You know, I've dealt with soldiers taking their own lives, guys trying to take their own lives and not being successful in doing so, but now having to live like a vegetable for the rest of their life in the military. So I've seen some pretty crazy stuff. Just at the dealership, Vince, the salesman at the dealership, you know, it's all on record. They all know it now. Some of the guys, they come up to me, and they, you know, often throughout the week, they'll call me their dealership hero, and I'm not. I'm just a guy that cares. Vince is one of the salesmen there. He has seizures, and I didn't know. And he was walking through the shop to go to the parts room to ask if a customer's part had come in on a brand new vehicle that they were ordering. And my military training kicked in real quick. I hear people start screaming, and I'm standing right on the other side of the wall about 30 feet away, and I'm at the key box looking for a key for a customer's car. And Alex he knows I'm a military vet and been combat lifesaver trained and stuff like that. And Alex is looking at me while he's kneeling down, not knowing what to do, and Rich! Rich! And he's screaming, and I look, and I fling the door open, and I run across the shop. I slide like I'm running into first base, and he's in the middle of a massive seizure, and his body's shaking and convulsing, and blood just pouring out of his mouth. And I rolled him over on his side to get all the blood out of his mouth so he can breathe and clear his airway. And I rested him up against my legs while he was over on his side. And I let all the blood come out so he could start breathing again. and there was chunks of skin coming out of his mouth. He was literally chewing chunks of his tongue. And I was like, you know, you're not supposed to shove anything in their mouth when they're going through a seizure, but this man is about to bite his tongue clear in two. I don't know how he's able to do it, but his tongue is coming apart in pieces. So I yelled at the parts guy. I said, give me the giant highlighter off your desk. So I took the highlighter and I death gripped the highlighter and I shoved it in his mouth. And I'm letting all the blood run off on my hand. And I'm holding that highlighter there and I'm stopping him from chewing his tongue off. And finally, the paramedics are about to get there. He comes down from everything. I stabilize him. As he's starting to come to, the paramedics are standing behind me. They haven't moved in yet. And they said, stay exactly where you are. Just keep consoling him. Keep taking care of him. He's going to be shocked when he comes out of it. And sometimes they try to fight. Sometimes they get super scared. Just stay where you're at. He knows you. You're a face that he's probably going to be more comfortable with. And I'm rubbing his back and rubbing his chest. And I said, buddy, I love you, buddy. Buddy, I love you. I'm here, man. I'm here for you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. And I'm just rubbing him. And I'm saying this over and over and over again. And as he comes out of it, he's like, and he's got tears in his eyes. What's going on? I was like, buddy, you just had a seizure, man. You just had a seizure. Just lay here. Don't move. And he tries to get up and he's trying to fight me a little bit. And I pushed him back down. I said, no, relax. You're fine. You just had a seizure. It's okay. And as the next couple minutes passed and he went to come out of it, the paramedics kind of slid in. I moved out of the way and they took over from there. And the relationships that you build in the automotive community, the types of people, customers and stuff you meet, and how people get to know you over the years, they become like family. You know, so regardless of all the BS and stuff that you have to deal with sometimes, when you know, you meet a lot of people in this industry, especially social media, automotive stuff. I already think of A-Rod as like one of my brothers. I'd do anything for the guy. The people that he's recommended subscriber-wise to show up and come see me and have me work on their vehicles and stuff like that, as well as the customers in the area that drop food off for me from time to time or just call me up to say thank you and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff, it means a lot. It really does. So I don't... Once you get in this, it's hard to get out of it. Once you become somebody on social media and you start making an impact on people's lives, it's really hard to get out of it because it's like, when I leave this, am I going to feel incomplete? Am I going to feel like, that was nothing? I just did that for fun? It becomes part of your life. It literally does. It becomes part of what you know every single day and what you do every single day. You have to get better with your customer service skills. You have to get better with your communication. You have to get better with your diagnostics. You have to get better with picking people's brains that don't explain things right away because of the volume of people that you talk to every single day, not only in your regular life, but also on social media too. It becomes very, 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 very stressful too. A complete different level of stress. So when people are asking questions like, why do you care, or why do you do this, or why do you respond to that, you would never, ever, ever understand until you put yourself in that situation and you were doing the same thing that that person was doing under that same stress load and living that same type of life daily. People will never get it. They can get it from afar, but they're never actually going to grasp what goes into all of this if you're not doing it every single day. Anyway. How am I holding up? John asked. I'm pretty good right now. Sore and tight. Trouble says, True Rich, I'm disabled in a chair. I spent several years bedridden. I look forward to watching and chatting. I enjoy seeing people fix things. You are here all the time, that's for sure. So I'm actually gonna make Trouble one of the moderators on the channel. Red Wave, nice having you here as always. I appreciate you. The ceramic kit that I put on the Lincoln is holding up great. A lot of people are telling me, oh, they're going to turn red. They're going to make all this noise. Very rarely do they make any kind of noise. It has to be a kind of really cold day or a really wet day, and it's only like the first or second braking event, and it's a real light squeak that the ceramic pads will make, and then it's gone. It doesn't make any more noise after that. So if it was a Lariat and your truck wasn't set up for it and you put the wire harness and everything in to make it work, then you're actually going to have to go into FloorScan, or you're going to have to go into IDS, and then you're going to have to go into the parameter or vehicle personality under module programming, and you're going to have to probably turn some things on that are enabled or disabled, probably something to that extent, or make sure whatever is in a Lariat that's not in your XLT or blah 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 is present. You're going to have to make sure you have power and ground there to make that that vehicle run. So what I'd like, I mean, what I would think is something needs to be turned on if you added that option to the truck that wasn't originally there. Trouble, you are yeah, Fred, you know the business more than most of us do, probably. So I'm now I'm back to being complete again. Just got to heal from this surgery, and then I'm going to focus more on getting better at at my job, and really starting to study more about new vehicles and things like that. Focus more of my time throughout the week on keeping up on up-to-date data, and really digging in to be one of the better sources when it comes to the newer vehicle issues, because there's not enough guys out there that want to be that person or take that initiative. So I figure if I can capitalize on it, why not? There's stuff that happens at the dealership every day now. You know the guys that I work with, Fred, and I'll say, hey, did you see that new TSP? Did you see that new workaround, that new wiring, that new this, that new that? And they're like, no. It's because I'm interested. I want to learn, and I already have seen or read something about it, and I already have some kind of input, and sometimes it helps out a lot. But I want to expand on that. I want to get better than that. So I think my whole thing is I want to continually grow. That's my thing. Trouble, just to let you know, I made you a moderator on the channel. Well, the family just got home from the trunk or treating, so I'm gonna jump off of here and I'm gonna hang out with them for a while. Everybody with the super chats, appreciate y'all. That's a blessing, and I thank you. It's not needed, but I will use it for the channel, and I will help others on the channel with that money. I'll catch y'all later. Be blessed. If you have any questions, let me know. No, we don't get any food trucks at the dealership. None. Unless we're... No tricks now. Why here? Oh. See y'all. I'm gonna hang out with the family and do the trick-or-treating thing. Kids will be here in about an hour. Take care. Be blessed.